Febrile seizures are terrifying for parents. As a pediatrician, I didn't realize just how terrifying they were to parents until my friend called me about his. Now, this guy is a rancher in Wyoming. Now, if febrile seizures can scare a Wyoming cowboy, they can scare anybody. Let's talk about what to do if and when your child has a febrile seizure, and we'll talk about when you should worry. And again, I'm a board-certified pediatrician you might follow if you want some help raising healthy kids. It's important that you know the difference between a simple febrile seizure and a complex febrile seizure, because a complex febrile seizure is a little bit more dangerous. Simple febrile seizures, and pay attention here, last less than 15 minutes, include the whole body, and your child's allowed one in a 24-hour period. So of course that means that any seizure that lasts longer than 15 minutes, or if your kiddo has two in a 24-hour period, or if it only includes one part of their body, that's a little bit more worrisome. If your child has a seizure, lay them on their side and start a timer. Remove any hard objects from their area, and definitely don't put anything in their mouth. You're going to call 911 if the seizure has lasted more than 5 minutes, or if there's things like vomiting or breathing concerns. Now, if your child's seizure goes away after just a couple of minutes and they're breathing okay and they return to baseline, that's just a call your pediatrician type of thing. A lot of people want to know how to prevent febrile seizures, and a lot of people have been told that the higher the fever is, the more dangerous it is and the more likely it is to cause seizures. And that isn't necessarily true. Some kids are just more set up to have febrile seizures, and some kids just are less likely to have them. Meaning that the real bad news here is that keeping a fever under control with ibuprofen, Tylenol, or whatever doesn't necessarily reduce the risk that your child's going to have a febrile seizure. Now, if you want a great resource, I've discovered the Baby Brain Doc here on TikTok. I don't know him at all. He is a pediatric neurologist, making him an expert on seizures, and his content is fantastic.